What's up, O'Brien Army? So, I just wanted to talk about some lingering trauma from when I was a child. So, I think I've told you before, when I was in preschool, the first preschool I went to, those teachers traumatized me with toilets. And of course, I was too young to say anything, so no action was taken against them. And by the time there could be action taken against them, it was already too late. So they tortured me with toilets every day behind the excuse of, oh, we're just trying to teach them there's nothing to be afraid of. But they had a really poor way of doing it. They had a really terrible way of doing it. So either they were terrorizing me on purpose and hiding behind that as an excuse, or they just really sucked at their jobs. And of course, this was the 2000s we're talking about. This was the 2000s. So, like I said, either they really sucked at their jobs, or they were terrorizing me on purpose and using that as an excuse. Anyway, because of this trauma, I was not potty trained very quickly. I had this trauma lingered for a long time, and in some ways, I still have some of this trauma left over. I'll get to that in a minute, but what didn't exactly help was that one day when I lived in Arkansas, not too long after this took place, one of my stepdads held me upside down over the toilet by my legs and flushed it multiple times, further traumatizing me. So, I guess I can't blame him too much, because a kid that doesn't get potty trained in time can be pretty aggravating. But there was a real reason behind this, people. So, because of all this trauma, I had a habit of using the bathroom in my pants like a little baby until 16, 17, 18 years old. And I'll admit, it was embarrassing at times, but I wasn't really ready to make any changes because of the lingering trauma. Now, toilets really made me anxious because of the trauma that I went through in preschool. Now, I still have some of that trauma. I've gotten over it a little bit, but I still have some of that trauma. Okay, the thing is, I will not sit on any toilet that has a sensor or flushes by itself. I just won't. It doesn't matter if someone comes in there with me and puts their hand over the sensor. I will not sit on any toilet with a sensor or that flushes by itself. I won't. If I'm going to sit on a toilet, it has to be the kind that has the flusher on it. It's just, even if every toilet in the world suddenly gets changed to toilets with sensors on them, I will go back to square one and poop in my pants every single day like I used to. It's just poison. Now, sure, I've stepped out of my comfort zone a little bit and started using regular toilets, but I will not sit on toilets that have that flush by themselves or that have the sensors on them. I won't. I don't care if there's somebody there coaching me saying, oh, there's nothing to be afraid of, just do it, and putting their hands over the sensors. I will not sit on that toilet. No, I won't. I've recently started using urinals that have sensors on them, though, but the regular toilets, I will not sit on them. I won't. I won't. You can't make me. I won't. This is what happens when you face trauma at an early age. See how much damage that did to me? I will not sit on any toilet that has a sensor or flushes by itself. I will not. There's just no fucking way. One day I might get over it, but not anytime soon. It's just not a change I'm willing to make. Even using public bathrooms alone is enough to make me anxious. I'd rather use my own toilet at home and hold it all day long if I don't have access to that toilet. Although sometimes I will sit on public toilets that have the flusher on it. I will not sit on a toilet that flushes by itself or has a sensor on it. I will not. And that's lingering trauma. So, and like I said, it was embarrassing going to the bathroom in my pants every day, even in high school. It was very embarrassing. It got embarrassing, but it's just, I couldn't make any changes. I had trauma related to toilets. So, things change over time. As I got older, I started warming up to toilets a little bit, but I still have my preferences, so the trauma still remains in some areas. And like I said, at the time this trauma was taking place, I was barely old enough to talk. So by the time the full story got out, it was too late to sue the teachers that did that. It was too late. The damage had been done and they had gotten away with it. So, that's where I'm at right now, unfortunately. Like I said, I've recently started using urinals that have the sensors on them, but I will not sit on a toilet that has a sensor or flushes by itself. No, I won't. I don't care if somebody comes in there with me and puts their hand over the sensor and says, it's okay, nothing's gonna happen. It doesn't matter. I'm too anxious. I have too much anxiety doing that. I am not gonna sit on a toilet that has a sensor or flushes by itself. I still get anxiety sitting on toilets in a public bathroom, but it's manageable as long as the toilet has the flusher. If it doesn't have the flusher, it's not going to happen because it flushes by itself or it has a sensor or whatever other stupid reason I can think of. It's not going to help if you put your hand over the sensor. It's not going to help if you stand there coaching me. Oh, it's okay. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to get you. It doesn't matter. Anxiety wins in that situation. And it will win every time. It's just, it's hard going through trauma. Fear is different from trauma because regular fear can be overcome quickly, but trauma, it takes a long time to overcome trauma. I'm surprised I got as far as I did. I will not use any toilet with a sensor or that flushes on its own. It has to have the little flusher handle, and it has to flush when I pull the handle down. I just can't use toilets any other way. It's just something I've grown accustomed to. I would rather shit in my pants and walk around with it in my pants all day long and possibly have it fall out onto the floor rather than sit on a toilet that has a sensor or that flushes by itself. It's just something I haven't warmed up to yet. I'm surprised I got as far as I did with this trauma, but I can't win every battle. Like and subscribe, leave a comment, click the bell notifications, and I'll see you in the next one.